welcome back to my tutorial series. Before we start on the party UI, which is going to look something like this, you'll have your items, your party, your skills, your equipment, your magic, and you'll be able to leave the party. And when you click on your party, it's going to display who's in your party, and if there aren't any in your party, it'll only display you and not these two. Anyway, a problem that I noticed was when we run into our AI1 and we kill our AI1 and then we try and go to our AI3, there's a bit of a problem. We can't attack. So I don't actually know how to fix this, to be 100% honest with you, but I've got a way around it. So we're going to essentially get rid of our AI1 and make child blueprints of our AI3 to act as a single AI. Okay, so what we need to do is open up your 3AI and your battle end widget. So your 3AI, what you're going to add is this little section. I'm going to do it with you, don't worry. So first of all, on your event tick, you're going to drag off and you're going to say sequence, and off of your then 1, you're going to plug it in there, and your then 0, you're going to drag off and you're going to say branch, and you're going to create a new variable. I have already created it, but you'll create a new variable. It will be an integer. It'll be called enemy amount, and it'll be publicly editable. Okay, then next what we're going to do is we're going to grab our enemy amount and we're going to check if it's less than or equal to 1, and if it is less than or equal to 1, we're going to do some things. First of all, we're going to duplicate this branch 2 times and plug in the false pin to the execution pin of the branches, and then we're going to grab off of our enemy amount and say equal integer, and we'll duplicate it and plug it into our enemy amount, and it's going to be 2 and 3. Okay, and we're going to plug it into our conditions. Then we're going to grab our meshes. So we're going to get our AI2 mesh and our AI3 mesh, and we're going to drag off and say destroy component after first checking if it's valid. So we'll say is valid question mark, plug the execution pin into the true pin of our branch, and if it is valid, we're going to destroy the component and we'll set alive to false. Okay, and then we're going to check if our AI3 is valid, and we'll plug it in, and if it is valid, we'll destroy the component, and then we'll set alive 3 to false. Okay, and then if it is equal to 2, we're going to set alive 2 to true, and we're going to check if our AI3 is valid and destroy it and set alive 3 to null. And then if it is equal to 3, we'll simply set alive 2 to true and alive 3 to true. Okay, I can get rid of that. And then we're going to go into our battle end widget, and on the button on clicked, at the end of it, we're going to grab our player reference, and we're going to say set party member turn. We're going to set it to 1 and plug in our end battle. Then we're going to drag off of our player reference and we're going to say get battle widget reference, and we're going to get our end button, or end turn button. So that button for me is called button 226, and we'll set its visibility to hidden, so that way when we end the game we'll be ready to end battle, we'll be ready to start a new battle. Okay, and then one other thing we want to do is open up our character and just go over to our I'm in battle function, and every time that we are in battle. When we first get into battle, we're going to reset our party member turn. So we're going to go grab party member turn, and we'll set it to 1, so that we'll always start with our first character to fight. Okay, and then in the later on, we'll do it much later on, I'll remove all the references to our first AI, but for the time being we can delete him. We can compile and save, and now all you have to do is go to your AI and you can create a child blueprint, and we can call this one character AI, and we can create another child blueprint class, and we can call this 2 character AI, and our normal one will leave to being 3. Let me just delete this guy. Okay, then this is our normal one. We would go to enemy amount, so there's 2 on him, we'll set that to 3. Then on our 1 character AI, we'll drag him out, we'll set enemy amount to 1, and on our 2 character AI we'll leave to 2. Okay, so this should work. So if we walk into the one with 1, we'll be fighting 1 AI. If we walk into the one with 2, we are fighting 2 AIs, and if we walk into the one with 3, we are fighting 3 AIs. I realize the camera needs to be sorted out a little bit, but that's not too much of an issue. Okay, so on the next video, as I said, we will remove the references to our first AI much later. On the next video, we're going to start on creating our party UI, or actually our options UI, for displaying all of our variables while not in battle with the click of a button, probably I. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe.